We started to notice that Victoria was having great difficulties with keeping a routine of reading and journaling every night. She read very early, but then she stopped reading. So nobody really knew what to do, and nobody really cared that much because she was advanced. But she knew something was wrong, and she was just trying her hardest to do everything well, which she did everything really, really well, until things became more difficult, and that made it very depressing. Lots of depression and anxiety at not being able to do the things that Victoria used to do. That problem started maybe 5th or 6th grade, and we just didn't really understand it, but it became harder and harder, and then her depression and anxiety, and specifically her depression, got worse and worse, and we were prescribed all these medicines that focus on depression, and had all sorts of therapies that focused on what she could do, the kinds of responsibilities that she had to do in order to get rid of these problems, which we thought were depression. Only to find out, after several years, just before she turned 16, that she's not neurotypical, that she has ADHD, and just doing therapy to see how you can manage it, it makes no sense. You can't manage ADHD by your perspective, you really can't. So for the past year or so, we've been trying to find other tools. We sought help through psychologists, psychiatrists, naturopaths, nutritionists, everyone. But really we were kind of stuck in a place where it seemed that she was doing sort of well enough to muddle through, but it still wasn't quite right. Ultimately, the Victoria's anxiety got so bad that she couldn't leave home. So I was looking at Facebook one day, as I often do, and I saw this ad from the Mind Eye Institute, and I'm like, what is this? And I looked at it and I said, well, that makes sense.
When my mom told me about the Mind Eye Institute, at first I kind of laughed, but immediately I thought it would be a good idea, because there had been a lot of things that we had done that were kind of similar, and it just seemed like a fun experience, and I was wondering how it would work out. So I thought either way, it would be worth a shot after everything,
And a lot of time was spent on her vision and the different syntonics, the different colored syntonics, and what worked and what didn't. What we found, though, which was really shocking, is with the syntonics, within the first week, her anxiety abated. Within the first week. She'd been coming along for years. It would have taken her probably 5 more years of therapy, etc., to actually get where she was after 1 week of working with the syntonics. She was no longer so anxious at all. She just wasn't. It was gone. And we were amazed. We were really amazed.
When I first put on my brain glasses from Mind Eye, I felt like they were kind of similar to my last glasses, but it felt immediately like a lot of the tension in my head that builds up really quickly, over the days. I have to kind of keep it calm, but a lot of that tension that was built up even on that day while I was mostly calm, it just kind of fell away. At first it was kind of like hard to notice, but I felt a lot more relaxed, and it really showed in my actions. And then I was like, whoa, I really do feel more relaxed.
As all of these problems lift, since those are the things that caused her depression is lifted. So it was a miracle. It's still a miracle.
The biggest thing that I learned from it is that a lot of the things that I thought were not possible about controlling my thought processes and my feelings, that I just thought I was too weak for, it would cause a lot of trouble with, my depression and my anxiety and my ADHD. A lot of that, all those questions about myself kind of fell away. With the glasses, a lot of things became kind of I was trying to grab at them for so long, and I finally could do it. I was wondering, is this a coincidence? It's just starting to happen, but it really wasn't, because there was gradual progress. And it was really right when the glasses were there, I was able to finally reach the points in my head that I was trying to get to for so long. And that was just really good. And now it's kind of a given in my life, where I thought before that it wouldn't be possible, that I could really control my thoughts. And it really helped me add a lot of perspective to my life that keeps me able to manage myself every day.
The Mind-Eye Institute is really, really interesting and unique. You see people of all ages there. It is a relaxed atmosphere. It's just to know that you can actually solve these kind of issues, which seem to be entirely psychological, entirely medicine-based or pharmacologically based in terms of the treatment, to realize that Syntonics and Brainwear can actually train your brain organisms to actually respond the way they should, with the timing that they should, in the order that they should, is incredible. And had we not had a very quick reaction with the anxiety, if we hadn't had a very quick reaction with that, we might not have been so excited about it. But for something to work that quickly, we know we're on the right track, and I can't wait.